honors course. That is, if you are a student from chemistry honors, you can't choose a chemistry G. Okay, you can choose G from any other subject. Of course, there are some conditions, but like if you are choosing a maths G, you must have studied maths in class 12. So conditions like that. But other than that, you can choose any subject if you like, other than the honors subject that you have. That is the first thing. Please remember this. You should not choose a G from your own honors subject. Second thing is this, that if you the G subject, these as you know, your department orientations may have happened, and they have told you that we are under this CBCS program has credits. Okay, there are 6 credit courses, there are 4 credit courses. These are like weights to your courses, and a G course is as good as any other honors course. I mean, most of your honors core papers are 6 credits. So a G course also has also 6 credits each course. So it is as important as an honors paper. It is not some kind of side paper. Okay, that is one thing you have to be very clear. The first 4 semesters, first semester, second semester, third semester, fourth semesters, you are going to have to take Gs, 1 G each semester. Now, every semester you can take a different subject G. You can choose, say, history in one, philosophy in one, pol science in one, economics in one. You can do that. You can choose the same G, same subject G in all the 4 semesters. There was some thing earlier, it was written in the documents that if you do the same G in 4 semesters, you get some advantage in master's admission, but nothing like that actually happens. Let me tell you that very frankly. Okay, so these Gs are to be chosen according to your own liking, own things. If you feel a particular subject, like people are doing, say, certain like physics or chemistry, they may feel there are requirements like you have to do some maths, okay, for going to postgraduate courses. So at least some semesters you must have mathematics Gs. Okay, so these kind of requirements are there. Your own subject teachers will tell you. But other than that, you can choose anything. Your choice can be either based on subjects which will be close to your honors subject, which will help you there, or you can also, it entirely depends on you, take a very different subject and just want to expand your horizon of knowledge, something you like to like. You can be a student of physics, you can do a history G in history or political science. Some people think of preparation for civils and all kinds of things. Whatever goes in your mind, you can take any kind of G. But remember, a G is as good as an honors paper. The same credit, 6 credits. Certain Gs will also have practicals. All G classes will be at 12:40. 12:40 Monday to Friday normally, unless somebody is taking a Saturday at 12:40. G practicals will be held on Friday in the afternoon. Okay, so this is how the practical G classes are held. But subjects which will have G without any practical, the classes will be from Monday to Friday, 12:40. Usually, somebody may keep a Saturday at 12:40, but that is normally rare. But 12:40 is fixed, right? And so we have Gs in economics, political science, maths, computer science, stats, chemistry, commerce, history, geography, philosophy, English, Hindi, physical education, Sanskrit, Urdu, physics, botany, zoology. We offer all these Gs to you, but of course, if a course has very few students, we may not finally do that, offer that. But it depends on your selection. Sometimes we have done with few students also. The thing is, we are going to upload a form on the college website, which will ask you for your G preference. The whole orientation is taking place so that you can make up your mind listening to various things. You will be asked for 3 preferences in order of preference: first preference, second preference, third preference. Please don't write your own subject in any of the preferences, own honor subject. Okay, so any 3 preferences. We normally 90% cases will give you your first preference. We would want to give it, but sometimes if too many applicants are there, or there are constraints, like in computer science, there's a lab. So if you are doing a lab-based thing, there may be a constraint that you can't, so many people cannot be accommodated. Then we have to may take your second preference. नहीं होता है कभी-कभी third preference. Normally we have never reached there. Okay. As I'm training, we try our best to give a person their preference, but we can't promise. If necessary, we have to go up to the second preference. So even second preference भी सोच समझ के लिखना क्या देना है, ठीक है? This form will come. See, today I have heard from the administration that by today evening, afternoon, they will put up on your website, on the college website, all your roll numbers. Once you get your roll numbers, then this form can be filled up, because the form starts with the roll number. And two other things I'm telling you. We ask you your email ID and your telephone number so that we can contact you. Okay, if there's any confusion, please give a telephone number which is yours, which is used. You'll be surprised how many people, my past experience, give telephone numbers of a cousin or mother or somebody, and then they are also telephone numbers who are not in use. Within a few days after they give the telephone number, they say it's not in use. So please do not give telephone numbers like this. It doesn't matter what you have filled in the university form. उसके साथ कोई लेना देना नहीं है. ये fresh information आपसे लिया जा रहा है. आप जो आपके पास टेलीफोन है, मान लो उस टाइम में और कोई मोबाइल नंबर था, अभी और कोई मोबाइल नंबर है. So give the current mobile number which you are using, which is active. So an active telephone number, okay, an active email ID you give us. These are very important so that we can contact you if you find any problem. Okay. So, and fill the form. Soch ke, what will first preference, second preference, third preference. We'll give you about 7 to 10 days to do that. And after that, we'll grant you the Gs. Okay. As I said, most people will get their first preference, but sometimes we cannot. And we will announce that. And then the G classes will start, say in 7 to 10 days. Okay. So the G classes won't start immediately. It will start only after we have allotted you the subjects. Okay. Right. That is my general introduction. If there is any other question you have, can you put your this thing on mute, all of you?
Hello.
Right. What I'm saying is, please, if you have any questions, put that in the chat box. I'll read them, and whenever I get a break, etc., we'll try and answer those. Right. I think these are about the general introduction for general G. Now I will go down the order. I will tell you the order so that you know. One more request. There are more students, many more students than 500. So as of, if some students are quite sure that these are the kind of Gs they want to take, and those Gs have been introduced, then please leave the meeting so that the others can come into the main meeting. So because now some people are just listening to it in YouTube, they cannot communicate or ask or anything, and this YouTube will be there only for 1 hour. So I want, as and when you are satisfied that you've heard your course, then you leave the meeting. Okay, right? Okay, I'll go down in this more or less this order. Is Dr. Rakesh Pandey here? Okay. So I go down in the order: economics, political science, maths, computer science, statistics, chemistry, physics, commerce, history, geography, philosophy, English, Hindi, physical education.
Sir, you are not audible.
I'm not audible.
No, you are audible. Sir,
is
I
audible.
request you. I request you that you should go by alphabetically. Just.
What is it?
I am Sanjay. I am just requesting you to go by the alphabetical order of the subjects because you know I have an urgent meeting.
If you have an urgent meeting, I'll take you earlier. Okay, we are not going by alphabetical order. We are going by the order of the established popularity of the subjects, because we want people to leave after a point.
That's why you can take me after 2-3.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that.
Thank you.
रितु फ्रॉम हिंदी डिपार्टमेंट.
हाँ
सर, अगर आप मेरा भी अगर हिंदी का पहले करवा पाएं, जब भी 3-4 के बाद.
ठीक है, मैं देख लूंगा. So yeah, so that's how the order is. Now let me, without wasting any time, because we are the strict upper limit at 2:15, we have to leave the meeting. There's another meeting. I will ask Anu Verma to take on the economics one.
Yeah, okay. I hope I'm audible and visible both.
You are.
Ji. So basically, hi everyone. It's a little unfortunate that we're meeting like this on the online mode, but fortunately, I hope that we will in the coming days, we will be having these physical classes as well. So if I talk about the GE economic subject, I hope everybody is comfortable in English, because I read 2-3 comments जो चाह रहे हैं मैं हिंदी में भी बोलूं. So okay, so I'll talk in Hindi only. ये जो subject हमारा,
please mix it and speak, because there are others who will not follow Hindi also.
Okay. So basically, as far as economics is concerned, we will be dealing with the basic concepts that we have done in class 11th and 12th. तो जिन लोगों के पास अगर इकोनॉमिक्स नहीं भी था, इवन वो लोग भी इसको बहुत प्रॉपर्ली कर सकते हैं. We'll be having these elaborate discussions on whatever topic which is not clear to everyone. I can also have, basically these concepts, the subject also involves mathematical concepts, very basic one, not the very core mathematical concepts, but very basic. So concepts like derivatives and certain other very basic ones are required. And if people are not very comfortable in it, I am very much okay with taking extra classes for everyone to be, at the same platform, at the same level. So just don't worry if you not have economics in your 11th and 12th, you can very well apply for the subject, particularly. Very, very basic mathematical intuition and knowledge is required. As far as the book is concerned, we will be following Manque, 6th edition. So आप लोग या तो अगर आप लोग PDF version पे भी okay हैं, then you can very well download this book. It's very well available on, you can just Google it. It's there. Any edition is okay, but 6th edition is something which has been prescribed by the university. So that's it. Also in DU, we do have the system of readings. So if everyone is not comfortable in buying the books, then you can just go to the nearby Xerox shops and you can get the readings as well from there. So that's all. It's a very it's a little tough subject, but it's very interesting to learn. So I definitely request everyone who for whom it's possible to engage in the subject. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Anu.
Ma'am, can you please?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you please name the writer of the reading, because different writers are there.
You can put a request in the chat box. She will reply there.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Is Pankaj there from Political Science Department? Pankaj Sharma?
Yes.
Pankaj,
Yes, sir.
Political
Yes.
Science.
Yes. Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Pankaj Sharma. I'm from the Political Science Department. So I am here to introduce you about the G paper that would be offered by Political Science Department. So in the first semester, the G paper that we would be offering is Understanding Ambedkar. So I'm sure that all of you have actually heard about Dr. Ambedkar, B.R. Ambedkar, and here we'll be understanding about Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, not just as a Dalit leader. Generally, when we talk about Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, so that is the common understanding, but his immense contribution to the field of in terms of addressing various questions, including that of caste question, women's questions, and his ideas on democracy and citizenship, nation and nationalism. So these are the very, very important topics and the most relevant topics, which the understanding of which is going to help. Please
start your video, sir. I can't see you, sir.
You have to hear him, na?
Yes, Pankaj. Yes, Pankaj, go ahead.
Yes. Hello. I can do that, but
no, Pankaj, don't waste time. Very
okay.
Strict. Just speak.
Okay. So these are the very important topics and the concepts in the today's time that you can see that you will understand by reading this paper, Understanding Ambedkar. So studying about this paper, you will get a perspective, on India's, polity, history, economy, religion, and society. So Dr. B.R. Ambedkar has written extensively on so many areas. So here you will understand the immense contribution that Dr. B.R. Ambedkar has made, and therefore your understanding of economy, society, religion, and the most important questions, as I have highlighted already, that the important questions like the caste, untouchability, and also the kind of critique of the Hindu social order that he offers. In fact, one of the most systematic critique and the very powerful, through his very powerful writings that he has offered, would certainly help you develop an understanding and have a perspective to understand these important concepts. And therefore, what it will do is that it will develop your analytical skills, but most importantly, it will also equip you with a critical understanding through which you will be able to process the challenges, the contemporary issues that we are facing in today's time. For example, the women's question. Now, if I have to say, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar says that we can measure the development of a society by looking at the status of women in that society. Now, so Dr. B.R. Ambedkar has made an immense contribution in promoting the question of gender justice. Therefore, it would be very interesting to see his ideas and his immense contribution, the interventions that he has made, which will also help us, therefore, to understand the gender questions, the issues of gender justice in today's time. So therefore, when you study this paper, this will not just offer you an understanding, but also when you are engaged in different other societies, in different other forums that you will be joining subsequently after your graduation, whether it is the bureaucracy, media, whether it is different social organizations, this understanding will certainly help you, to contribute meaningfully in those societies, in those forums. So therefore, this is a very interesting paper. And some of the other important topics, as I said, democracy and citizenship. You see, in today's era, we are talking about the global citizenship. On the other end, we are having these debates around the citizenship in our own country. So how do we understand the idea of citizenship? How is it linked to the idea of democracy? We talk about in today's time the informed citizens. How do the citizens participate? How do we promote? How do we contribute to democracy? And thereby, how do we also democratize the relationship? Because Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is not just talking about democracy as a form, but he also emphasizes and focuses on creating these everyday interactions, promoting these everyday interactions in a very democratic line. So how do we democratize our relationships? Whether it is a relationship, these societal relationships, how do we democratize this societal relationship? How do we bring about a change in the society? These questions will also come up in this paper. For example, when we will be reading Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, and in this paper, Understanding Ambedkar, you will be understanding his views on constitution as a means to bring about the social transformation. So he sees immense potential in the constitutional means. So he suggests the constitutional means to bring about the much needed changes in the society, because he believes that political democracy is not sufficient. So what we need to achieve, we need to promote in our society is like ethical democracy, which is like social and economic democracy. And thereby, he sees that the constitution has an immense role to play. So the kind of role that the state would be playing, as far the mandate of the constitution is immense. So when I discuss some of these contents, you can easily sense that the reading of this paper is also going to help you in various forums of policy making, the government's policies, the initiatives, the bills that would be coming up. But along with that, also, if you are aspiring for UPSC, this paper is also in that sense going to contribute and help you develop an understanding, and which will surely help. Therefore, it is a very interesting paper. The reading materials are very much there. There are textbooks are there in this paper. हिंदी माध्यम के लिए भी उपलब्ध है और अंग्रेजी दोनों भाषाओं के लिए, तो ये दिक्कत आपको नहीं होगी। और हम डिपार्टमेंट की तरफ से ये हमेशा कोशिश करते हैं कि जो भी माध्यम से आप हो, आपके इंटरेस्ट को कैटर किया जाए, और उसके लिए हम रीडिंग मटेरियल समय समय पे देंगे, और जो बेसिक टेक्स्ट बुक है वो भी आप लोगों को मुहैया कराएंगे. So I think you will not have a very difficult time, and I'm sure you will enjoy this paper, and which will also help you develop a very good understanding, and most importantly, develop you as a critical thinking individual. And therefore, I would urge you people to opt for this paper. So with this, I conclude. Thank you, everyone. Sorry, sir, if I exceeded time. Thank you.
Thank you, Pankaj. Can I ask Kavita from Maths to introduce now? Preeti.
I'm doing it.
Okay.
Not Kavita. I'll be doing it, Samajit.
Fine.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. Preeti Garg from Department of Mathematics. As has already been explained to you, this general elective course is an interdisciplinary course, and thus mathematics course can be opted by any student except the students who is doing mathematics honors. This should be very clear to everyone, that this can be opted by any student except the one who is doing mathematics honors. And every student has to choose only one GE course. I will briefly tell you about the GE mathematics, the syllabus, what are we offering here. In semester 1, we have calculus as GE paper. This is an extension of the calculus that you have studied in your school. So you just need to have the basic knowledge of differentiation and integration that you have done in school. This is only for the semester 1 paper, calculus 1 paper. And briefly, this paper deals with the application of derivatives for sketching of curves, conics, application of definite integrals for calculating volumes, solids of volumes, etc. And then you will also have vector valued functions you will study here, and functions of several variables and partial derivatives. And one thing I want to tell you, of course, this will not be difficult for those who have studied mathematics in 11th and 12th. But some students have to compulsory, in some courses, they have to take study mathematics, 1 or 2 papers of mathematics. So I suggest that you carefully look at the syllabus, look at the 4 papers, and if you want to choose according to your liking. We have calculus in first year, the first semester, linear algebra in second semester, linear programming in third semester, numerical methods in fourth semesters. And if you have not done mathematics in first semester, you can still do, you can opt for the mathematics paper in the second semester. That is not a problem. They are all different papers. Similarly, you can opt for linear programming in third semester if you have not studied in first and second semester. So this way, choose which mathematics papers you want to take and choose according to your liking and according to your requirement. That's it. That's all I want to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Preeti. Sanjay, can you introduce English now?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, sir. I welcome all the students. Good afternoon, students. The English department, Kirodimal College, offers the paper Media and Communication Skills. Excuse me, Media and Communication Skills as the GE for first semester students. So as sir and others have introduced and let you know that except English honors students, all honors students can opt for this particular paper. Now, media and communication skills. So media is very popular. I think I'm audible, Somijit sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. So as you all know that media nowadays is very popular, and it can this is particularly the course has been designed in such a manner to introduce, this is an introductory course to introduce you the role of media today in India as well as globally also. And this course has been also designed to equip students with the basic theories on various aspects of media and imparting training in basic writing skills required in this profession if you are going to choose that profession. The basic course objective, for this is just very limited, because there are 4 units only for communication. What is communication you have to study, and mass communication. Then there are units based on advertising. So advertising is also a form of media. Okay, so through advertising also we communicate about, and though there are a lot other means, we can advertise for products, for services, and a lot of government also do advertising for government policies. So the basic objective of this paper, this GE paper offered by English department, is to understanding concepts. First, what are media concepts? Then expressing concepts through writing, means as a news writer, as an anchor for television, radio scripts also. So there are different forms of, and advertising also is a form, as I have told you. Then another important objective is demonstrating conceptual and textual understanding in by taking exams and other things, whether you have understood or not. So just as I have told that there are 4 units. The first unit is Introduction to Mass Communication, where you have to study about mass communication and globalization, how globalization impacts mass communication. And mass communication means, through which, like television, radio, or newspapers. Then there are different mass communication means through which. Second unit is about advertisement. So here you have to study about the types of advertisements. Advertising ethics is very important. Just there are tall claims by the advertisers that, like for example, if you are using tiger biscuits, you can roar like a tiger, but that doesn't happen. So these are the advertising ethics, that how much we can advertise and what to advertise and to whom to advertise. So these are some things that we will study, and I think those who will opt will develop a sense about advertising, how it educates people, how it serves the purpose of information. Then there are different forms of advertisement, billboards, pamphlets, other things. Then the third unit is, of course, totally based on media writing, that we understand what is actually media. So script writing for television, for radio, you have to study. Then writing news reports like in for print media, magazines, newspapers, these things, and editorials, of course, this is very important, where you can express your own views. Then editing skills you have to develop, as you all were doing in your school days also, that whatever we write, we edit it, we cut down it, we erase it, we throw it out, and we write it again. So these are the editing skills that we will study, how for print media, for electronic, for radio, other, and of course for online media also. Then please mute.
Keep your mics on mute, please, all of you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Then the fourth unit is about Introduction to Cyber Media and Social Media, which is very important, and I think you all are well versed in this social media platform. So types of social media, then the impact of social media, Introduction to Cyber Media. So these are some of the things that you will study in this G if you are going to opt it. And as I have told you, that media nowadays is very popular, especially the language people prefer it, but most other students I have been teaching for last 3-4 years, and this will definitely help you to develop new sense what is. And now we all come because of this during this pandemic time and others, the WhatsApp industry and other things, people let confuse us about different things, but with the help of this media, so it will help you to develop media sense, to know, to research about yourself also, and develop your own thought and thinking process. So this is about, if you have any question, you can ask me. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Somjit, sir. Can I leave, sir? Can I leave? Because I have
okay, you can leave.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay. Before I call the next person, I'll call Shikha from computer science. But I just to some of the questions which have come up, I made it clear even in the beginning, there is no connection between how, if you take 4 Gs together, it doesn't mean that you are going to have any particular facility for postgraduate admission, nothing like that. Okay. So that is not a concern, but as I said, some subjects require, like if you're doing sciences, the physical sciences, you need maths to be taken in some semesters. And that's why you were introduced that you should choose either 4 papers already told to you in 4 semesters. You can get a clarification on that also, and you can choose which ones you think will be better for you. You can talk to your teachers also. Okay. Having said that, I mean, now I'm proceeding with this. Shikha, take on computer science.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible and visible both?
Yes.
Okay, thanks a lot. Myself, Shikha, and on the behalf of Computer Science Department, I welcome you all in the Kirodimal College. The subject that we offer in computer science as generic elective 1 is programming in Python. So we will be learning the Python language, which is a high-level general purpose language, which is designed to use for building software, for building softwares for a wide variety of applications, Like you can design web development applications, artificial intelligence applications, machine learning, but there is a wide variety of area that you can explore after learning Python. So coming to the course that we will be doing, basic data structures first, along with the programming constructs, which will be useful for creating programs in Python. After that, we will be moving on to advanced data structures, and we will implement some algorithms like searching, sorting, etc. And then we will move on to the higher concepts like object-oriented programming constructs, which involves classes and objects. So I would like to invite you all for this subject, but the thing is that, as you all know, that computer science is, you can say, it's like a child of mathematics. So those who have done preferably mathematics till 12th, it is going to be easy, or you can say handy for them. But those who have not done mathematics before, I'll prefer not to opt for this subject, as it will be difficult for you to tackle on. Fine. As looking to the some questions also, this is not the right platform to join the WhatsApp group. Students, you cannot opt a subject by joining the WhatsApp group from here, from this orientation going on. Like, you have to first fill the form, as sir have already sir has already told you that you have to first fill up the form, generic elective form available on the website after maybe from tomorrow, and then you will automatically get added to your groups that your corresponding teacher will take care. So no need to ask for any irrelevant information that who is going to take this subject, how to join that group. That will get automatically taken care of after filling up the form available on the college website. So please remember, preferably the mathematics background students should opt this subject to like make a smoother run in this subject. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Shikha, and thank you for clarifying. One question was there, can you do computer science GE if you've not done computer science in plus 2? Of course you can do. That's not the problem. But as she has said, that you should maths you should have. Okay. But I've told you computer science may have certain upper limit. It's not that whoever will choose we will allot. Now the second next speaker is Shravan from Statistics Department. Statistics.
Am I audible?
Ah.
Okay. Good afternoon, dear colleagues and students. I am Dr. Sawan Kumar, representing the Department of Statistics. On behalf of the Department of Statistics, I extend a warm welcome to all of you. Before I discuss the paper and its content offered by the Department of Statistics as GE papers, I would like to give a brief introduction about the importance of the subject. Nowadays, statistics is not confined to the affairs of the state, but is intruding constantly into various diversified spheres of life, social as well as physical, such as biology, psychology, education, economics, business management, etc. It is hardly possible to enumerate even a single department of human activity where statistics does not creep in. Statistical knowledge helps in using proper methods to collect the data, employ the correct analysis, and effectively present the results. Statistics can be used in research work. It is the integral part of the research methodology. A researcher's job is to present the data before the community. Statistics in programming. Statistics is the foundation of artificial intelligence and machine learning. Most of the advanced programming is based on statistics. Statistics in economics. Statistical tools like index numbers, time series analysis, demand analysis, forecasting techniques are extensively used to efficient planning and economic development of a country. Statistics in mathematics. Statistics is a branch of applied mathematics which specializes in data. Statistics planning. Almost all the government organization or the management of business are resorting to planning for efficient working and formulating policy decision. And to achieve this task, one need to have the statistical data and its advanced statistical techniques. Statistics are also used in biology in the form of vital statistics, medical science, a separate branch of statistics, biostatistics, where we can use the newly developed drugs, efficacy of the drugs, can be used in astronomy, social science, psychology, and education. Almost everywhere, you need to have the knowledge of statistics. Now I'm coming to the GE papers. The paper which we offer under is Statistics GE Statistical Methods. This is the first semester course, and the course objective, the course learning objective outcomes is introduction to statistics, definitions, data classification, types of studies and types of symbol, graphical displays, numerical descriptions of the data, correlation, regression, theory of attributes. Next is content. Thus, this paper is divided into 4 units. Unit 1 deals with the definition and scope of statistics, types of the data, presentation of the data. Unit 2 deals with the descriptive data analysis, that is using certain descriptives, we explain the data. Analysis part is done like measure of central tendency, measure of dispersion, coefficient of variation, moments, kurtosis, skewness. Unit 3 deals with the correlation, regression, principle of least square, etc. And unit 4 deals with the theory of attributes, consistency of data, independence of attributes, etc. Now, credit and evaluation, as far as this paper is concerned, our paper is based on, paper has got the 2 components, theory and practical. 4 credits, and the 4 periods are devoted for the theory class. And there is a practical element also, where we deal with the real life data, and there are 2 credits for the same. And we devote 4 periods where we use the computer software also, apart from the statistical calculating devices. And as far as the marks are concerned, 100 marks are there for theory examination, 50 marks are for practical, and in theory, 25 marks are for internal assessment, which consists of class test, class assignment, project, attendance, etc., which you cannot improve later on. And 75 marks are reserved for the semester and examination, which one can improve in subsequent semesters as well. Similarly, in practical, it is 50 marks, and out of this, 25 marks are reserved for the internal assessment in the form of continuous evaluation, and 25 marks for semester and examination. And this system of credit and evaluation is there for all the 4 semesters. These are the names of the various papers which we offer under the different semester. First semester, we offer statistical method. Second semester, introductory probability. Third, basics of statistical inference. Fourth, applied statistics. As far as statistical methods are concerned, I have already told you about the content. And second semester is introductory probability, where we discuss the probability theory, random variables, some of the standard distributions, maybe discrete or continuous type, which are used in inference. Then the third semester is basics of statistical inference, where we discuss the theory of estimation, testing of hypothesis, non-parametric test, design of experiments, etc. And the fourth semester, we offer applied statistics, where we deal with time series, index number, statistical quality control, demographic methods. Thank you, everyone.
Sir, I had a question regarding stats. Can I ask?
Please, let me tell one more sentence. If you have got any doubt about the statistics, feel free to discuss with me or any of the faculty members of the Department of Statistics. Please do ask your problem.
So thank you, Dr. Shravan.
Yeah,
if there are any queries, can you put them in the chat box, please?
Okay, all right.
Yeah. So thank you, Dr. Shravan. Next speaker would be Dr. Ritu from Hindi department. Ritu,
Yeah.
are you there?
Yes, thank you.
Right. Thank you.
हमारा जो हिंदी विभाग में जो हमारा पेपर है जीई के लिए, वो है हिंदी सिनेमा और उसका अध्ययन। इस कोर्स के अंतर्गत आप हिंदी सिनेमा, आपको मेरी आवाज क्लियर आ रही है?
यस मैम।
हाँ, इस कोर्स के अंदर आप हिंदी सिनेमा के निर्माण और आलोचना की व्यवहारिक समझ के साथ सिनेमा के विकास के अध्ययन को समझेंगे। जैसा कि कहा भी जाता है कि कोई भी माध्यम समाज में बदलाव के आधार पर ही बदलता है, और हम कई बदलाव देख रहे हैं। पिछले 2 सालों में जो बदलाव हमने देखे हैं उन सब से हम सब परिचित हो चुके हैं, और उसका सामाजिक अर्थों में बदलाव के कई नए संदर्भ उभर कर हमारे समाज में आ रहे हैं। इस कोर्स में कुछ प्रमुख फिल्मों के माध्यम से सिनेमा में आ रहे बदलाव को भी हम जानेंगे, जिससे आपकी सिनेमा के प्रति आलोचनात्मक दृष्टि विकसित होगी। इस कोर्स में सिनेमा के विकास के माध्यम से मनोरंजन जगत की कला विधा, सिनेमा में कैमरे की भूमिका, नई तकनीक, संभावनाएं, चुनौतियों से भी आप परिचित होंगे। जो कुछ प्रमुख फिल्में आपके विषय से संबंधित यहाँ पर
मैम आपकी आवाज क्लियर नहीं आ रही है।
क्या बाकी लोगों को मेरी आवाज आ रही है क्लियर?
Ma'am, it's
Yes.
clear.
It's clear, ma'am.
Yes मैम।
Okay, Ritu, please continue. Continue.
मैं रिपीट कर देती हूँ। इस कोर्स में सिनेमा के विकास के माध्यम से मनोरंजन जगत की कला विधा, सिनेमा में कैमरे की भूमिका, नई तकनीकी, संभावनाएं और चुनौतियों से भी आप परिचित होंगे। जो प्रमुख फिल्में आपके विषय से संबंधित हैं, इस कोर्स में लगी हुई हैं, वे हैं मुगले आजम, मदर इंडिया, दीवार और पीके। तो आप लोगों को मैं अपना नंबर मैं यहाँ पर शेयर कर चुकी हूँ जीई का, जिससे संबंधित आप मुझसे संपर्क कर सकते हैं किसी भी समय, और हम एक व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप क्रिएट कर लेंगे। तो उम्मीद करती हूँ कि आप लोग जरूर इस विषय से जुड़ें। आप सभी का स्वागत है हिंदी विभाग में। धन्यवाद।
Thank you, Ritu. I think Dr. Shomijit is already here, so he can take over.
Okay. Sorry, my internet has snapped in between.
Sir, can I leave now?
You can leave now. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Now Arun Kant or Kamlesh from Chemistry Department. Are you there, Arun? Otherwise, if Arun is not here, then can somebody from the Commerce Department, Khemchand?
Yes. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. Can I start?
Yeah, you can start. Commerce.
Okay. I am Khemchand from Commerce Department. The title of the paper offered by the Commerce Department is Business Organization and Management. Students, आप सभी एक पर्सन को जानते हैं, महेंद्र सिंह धोनी. It is well known player. It is known for his captainship. And there are many other players in the teams. Cricketing skills can be learned with experience, but it is very difficult to control your temperament and face the pressure. Similarly, it was considered that the management can only be hereditary, and there are charismatic leaders that can manage organization or everything. There can be charismatic leaders like Nelson Mandela, Ratan Tata, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, Mahatma Gandhi. But empirical research has proved that management can be learned and leadership can be learned through scientific methods and scientific principles also. As I know, there are students from different, whether from science, literature, or arts and humanities, any one of you. And commerce subject that is known as, we are offering business organization and management. That is subject that note is not isolated from these subject. There are scientific methods and scientific principle to learn management. Undoubtedly, these are not like pure science, but there are still scientific methods. And students from arts, we have to deal with the people, and different people have different behavior, and it is based on different factors. The behavior of people may be affected by culture, society, political condition, law, or maybe environmental condition, technology available. And therefore, department students from different departments, whether from science, political science, chemistry, Hindi, zoology, sociology, one can choose this paper. Paper title is Business, Organization and Management, and obviously we will focus on the business, how to start a business, how to be an entrepreneur, and how to manage a business, how to start your career in the field of management. Student, most of you, we have very intelligent student. Many of you will be in administrative service. Many of you be a businessman. Many of you be joining different business organization, multinational organization. Even every one of you will be a member of your family. And there is a requirement of management skill to manage the family. There is requirement of that skill that can be communicated with peoples, and these skills will be taught in that paper. And I argue to select that paper. It is not compulsory that you must have a commerce in graduation. One can choose this paper. And students, I think there is a concept of sustainable development. Science student can learn this easily. There is a sustainable development concept in commerce also. Many of you know the sustainable development in different ways. And there is an approach, triple bottom line approach, which is known as profit, people, and planet. We have to combine them. We have to take care of everyone. And this paper can teach you how to coordinate, how to combine all things, and learn how to carry forward your career in the field of marketing, human resource management, accounting, or in any other field. So I request you to join our paper, and Professor Seema Joshi will take that paper. Thank you, students.
Thank you, Khemchand. Now I'll call.
One more thing, I will share my email ID in the chat box. You can mail me. Anyone can.
Okay. Okay, thank you. From geography, if Birendra is there, please take over. And one more thing, since there are about 400 students now, people should who are listening in the YouTube, some of you shift here, because this YouTube thing will continue for another 10-15 minutes. So I will request the students who are in YouTube listening, they can come and join the Zoom thing now. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, dear students. I am Dr. Vijay Pandey from Department of Geography. The Geography Department offers a G paper on disaster management. This paper is very relevant as these days the frequency and magnitude of disasters is increasing day by day. So we all are facing a different kind of hazards, whether it is natural or man-made, right? So therefore, the curriculum of this paper is designed in such a way so it will enhance your understanding about the basic concept of disaster, risk, vulnerability, and other different terminology that is related with the disaster. And this paper will also provide the details about the different disasters that occurs in India and their impact on the society, and what are the different institutions that are dealing with the disaster management and mitigation plans. So it will provide you an holistic approach to understand the disaster, its basic concept, different terminology, and what are the different institutions that are involving in the mitigation process. So you will get a fair idea about the different kind of disasters, management approach, institutional involvement, and the civil defense society. This will also give you an detailed understanding about the geographical and environmental aspect of disaster. So if you choose this paper, you will understand how we can manage the disaster, how we can reduce the risk. And if you choose this paper, it will help you in even civil services and higher education. And if you have an interest in disaster mitigation and planning, so this paper will be very helpful to you. Good luck. Good luck to everyone. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Now, Vandana from history. Vandana?
Yes, let me just switch on my video. Thank you so much for giving me chance to introduce this paper from history department. We have, in fact, our G papers in history are very interesting compared to what we offer in honors. So those who opt for G history, they really get the essence of the discipline in a very, very commonsensical manner, which will help you to ignite your desire to go deeper into the discipline. And if you want to follow it, for post-graduation, you may do that, but you'll have to really learn many methods. So the course in the first semester and second semesters, which will be offered, are science, technologies, and humans, contested histories, and world after 1945. I think I would be teaching both the courses in first and second semester. So today I will like to introduce you to the course which you will be offering in the first semester. This is a revised course, Science, Technologies, and Humans, Contested Histories. So the objective of the course is to examine the histories of science and technology with respect to social acceptance, economic viability, and politics associated with it. While dealing with the history of science and technology, this paper challenges the notion of modern origins of science in Western societies. Very often the moment we talk about science, we just go back to 18th century or maybe 14th century scientific revolution. But I think origin of science is as old as origin of humans, like when they started discovering things, fire, or knowledge about agriculture. So it's a very different kind of construction of human knowledge. And human instinct to understand unknown and need to predict future, which often venture into providence, has been explored through case studies of astronomy and astrology. And paper analyzes impact of hegemony of colonial science on traditional knowledge systems. And paper proposes 2 case studies to highlight the highly contested heritage of science. The thin line between military and peaceful use of technology in the capitalist economy also constitute important component of paper. The scientific knowledge has also led to inventing atomic bomb, and use of atomic bomb, it's very much related to this politics. So we have a brief discussion on science and the nation making, which highlights the role of important figures who shape the nature of scientific development in India. And after studying this course, what you would be learning is that is critiquing the dominant understanding of science and technology. And we can discuss the complex relations between science, technology, and society. We can examine the role of politics associated with scientific and technological developments and its economics in the capitalist economy. And we can also examine the character of dual use technologies and appreciate various initiatives taken by government for promotion of science and technology. And the content of course are very interesting. You learn about what is science, technology, and how it's related to society. And we will also be revisiting scientific revolution, that is very famous, scientific revolution in Western societies. What do we understand by that? And in India, what's the relationship between colonialism and science? And we will also look at our contested scientific heritage, whether it's from ancient rishis to modern Western contact. And then we will also talk about some of concepts like decimal and zero, that these are not just unique to India. Like we have intercultural contact in even ancient times, and how societies learn from each other even in very ancient times. It's not so isolated. And then we will also look at those kind of technologies transfer in architecture, like by studying arches, domes. And so the emphasis is also looking at in past at cross-cultural exchanges. And then also we're also going to look at popular sayings and predictions, like common people, how they integrate, knowledge of seasons and agriculture through their popular sayings, looking at folklores, some predictions which are there in the folklores, and how these predictions stays in the mind of people to understand which weather, what are they going to do. Very interesting, material, especially in Rajasthan, like predictions about monsoons, and how people can look by gazing at sky can make out whether it's going to rain or it's going to be a drought year. And then we are also going to look at hegemony of documentation. Science is very much documentation, and how Western hegemony leads to. So we have to learn to discern the prejudices of documentation, because science is also unaccounted. Like it stays in the knowledge is very much in recorded in the lives of people, transferred by their oral testimonies, their folklores, folk stories, predictions. All these things are there. So this is also parallel science. Science is very much based on observation. So observation, anybody can do. Just sit and observe your surrounding, and how it becomes, repertory of knowledge is, when this observation is transferred through, beyond documentation. So, but like when we look at science, we see the hegemony of documentation, and then we also have economics of technologies, questions of ethics, generic medicines, industrial disasters. Like we see so many disasters. Like Bhopal gas tragedy, Chernobyl. These are man negligence, or whatever. These are accidents. So how one has to understand, this industrial disasters and how to safeguard. And then we are also going to study science and nation making. We are going to look at atomic power, how it's important, and what are the drawbacks of its military use. And then we are also going to look at policies and institutions. We are going to study some important towering figures in science, like Homi Jahangir Bhabha, Meghnad Saha, like how they. And this course is divided into 5 units. The first unit is about science, technology, and society. Second unit is about contested scientific heritage, where we discuss about zero and decimal, arch, and dome. And then we also, third unit is about cross-cultural exchanges. And fourth unit is about economics of technologies, questions of ethics. And last unit, fifth unit, is about science and the nation making, where we're going to look at Meghnad Saha and Homi Jahangir Bhabha. Maybe we can look at other scientists also, like Vikram Sarabhai. But these
Vandana, can you wind up now?
Yes, so that's all we have. This course is in the form of the readings are it's like a bulk pack. Like you have some articles which we will study together, and then we'll try to understand together the meaning of science, technology, and humans, and we'll study the contested histories of science and technology. Thank you so much for giving me patient listening. I wait to see who opt for it, and once you have opted, I will have the list of people opting for this course. Soon after, we will make a WhatsApp group where we can communicate. And as you all know, that our class will be at 12:40 every day, except Saturday. And that's all. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vandana. Will Gautam from Philosophy Department take over, please? I'm also some of the points that Vandana made, I'm repeating because I'm seeing a lot of questions. Look on forming groups, etc. All that will be done after you make your selections, your name, your Gs are allotted. Then only you'll get your contact of your teachers and all that. At the moment, now just make your selection. Okay, right.
Sir. Sir, from where we will get the G subjects list?
The G subjects lists are all there in the DU website. But what I can do is, since somebody has requested, I'll try and gather all of them and put it on the college, the syllabus. The subject list will be there on your form. what we are offering will be there in the GE form, right? And there will be a notice also along with all that will be there. So you can see what is being offered. But if you want the detailed syllabus, that is the DU website. I can try and get them together and put it on the college website.
Excuse me, sir.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Sir, so in our zoology syllabus, we received a PDF in which the subjects were mentioned. And there was also a column that said that there will be particular courses for the GE courses in zoology. There was a list, but the courses that we have been offered are not mentioned in that list. So
No. Are you a zoology honors student?
Yes, sir.
You cannot take zoology G. That is the first thing we are telling you again and again. Zoology, no honor student can take their own subject as GE. First, get that clear.
Yes, sir. I understood that. There were sub-subjects that were mentioned in that list. So I just want to know.
Zoology honor syllabus will mention zoology G, which you can't take, other people will take. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So you will take other G's. That's why you are introducing these subjects. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I want to ask that in GE, can we take two subjects, like one language and one non-language subject?
No. Each semester will take only one GE. Each GE is independent from each other. Even the same subject, all the G's are independent. So somebody had asked this question whether if I don't do G in one maths G in first, can I do in second? Of course you can do. All the G's are independent. Each G is independent from each other. All subjects are in each semester. You can only take one G. Okay, so you can take language in one semester and something else in another semester. Okay, absolutely no problem.
So we can change E in all semesters.
Yes, you have to select it separately, not change. You are every semester you have to fresh select a G. Fresh. It is not that this time you got Pol Science G, it will automatically go next time. No, not at all. Every semester you have to fill form like this and select a G. It can be the same or different. Entirely up to you. Okay.
And sir, as teachers, sorry sir, last question. As teachers informed us about the 4 units in the syllabus. So the all these units will be studied in the first semester or separately in 4 semesters.
No, I don't know which teacher has mentioned that. I think when a teacher is introducing a course, uske andar 4 unit hai. So that will be in this semester. Okay.
Okay.
So,
those 4 units will be only for this semester.
Yes. If it's a unit, it will be in the one semester.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Sir,
Right,
can economics honor students take mathematics as a GE?
Of course you can. Why not?
Okay, sir. And what about statistics? Because we have statistics
So
in,
that doesn't
I
matter.
think.
You can take any G other than economics G.
Okay, sir.
Whether you want to take it because some of those papers are repeated, that is a different issue. Okay, but you can technically take all GE except for your own honors department.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, now let's.
So where we can find the form to fill?
Huh?
So where we can find the form
We
to
will
fill?
put it in the college website. We haven't put it yet. I told all this in the beginning that you will get it after your roll numbers come. Only then you can fill the form. Okay, so we'll upload the form. Don't worry. Now let us proceed now with the orientation. We can take the questions, another round of questions later. Gautam, can you continue with philosophy?
Yes, sure.
People who are already satisfied and they have done this, they can leave so that other people can join.
Sure. I hope I'm audible, sir.
You are very audible.
Right. Good afternoon, Swamijit, sir. And good afternoon, everyone. So I'm Gautam from Philosophy Department. I believe most of the students haven't studied philosophy in their school. So this would be a new subject for you. And we have designed the course in that way only. You know, it would be a very general introduction to philosophy. And I think I'll mix both Hindi and English because some of you were saying that speak in Hindi as well. So it'll be a general introduction to philosophy. The name of the course is Ethics in Public Domain. So we do know what ethics is, right? We do have some idea about what is ethics, what is morality, you know. So we basically would be studying the importance of ethical principles in today's world. You know, basic questions like why should we be moral? Why should we be good? What is the purpose of being good? What is the purpose of being moral? Right? Aapko koi bolta hai ki nahi, dekhiye, you have to be a nice person, right? Why do you need to be a nice person? Okay, is it something coming from outside, from objective, that your parents have told you to be nice, or your teachers have told you to be nice to other people, or is it something from within, jo aapke andar se aa raha hai? So these are the kind of philosophical issues which we would be dealing with in this paper. And like I said, it's a basic introductory paper to philosophy, which would also be talking about certain current issues like environmental ethics. Like, are there ethics involved in environment, in the sense that there was this recent debate going on with the banning of Diwali crackers. So should that be allowed? Like, I mean, should there be a ban on Diwali crackers? Because obviously, because of Diwali crackers, there's a lot of problem with the environment, or not. So these are the kind of things that it deals with, along with a topic like animal rights or animal ethics. Do animals have rights? Right? Is being a vegetarian morally superior to being a non-vegetarian? So these are the kind of basic issues that philosophy deals with, right? Also, now we talk about media ethics as well, that and especially in the age of social media, that with internet, we need a regulation from the government that what we should watch or what we shouldn't watch. Is there complete freedom to actually really pass on whatever we want as information in WhatsApp, or should that be regulated by the government? So that is also a topic that we will be dealing with, along with topic of feminism, which obviously most of you would know that it's an issue in India, along with even in the Western countries. So so these are the kind of topics that we would be dealing with. Overall, we would be studying people like Amartya Sen, Dr. Ambedkar as well, and Simone de Beauvoir, and many others. So the basic gist. So overall, the basic gist of the subject of GE in philosophy is, first of all, to introduce you to the subject of philosophy, and at the same time to understand the theoretical principles of ethics as mentioned by these philosophers and thinkers, and try to understand whether there is a practical aspect to it or not. That whether those ethical principles which are mentioned by all these ethical thinkers, does it have a practical application, or all of that is just theoretical? That is also a kind of a philosophical debate. So like I said, this is a paper which is kind of an introduction to philosophy. So it's a very basic and a very general paper, and I've given you an introduction to it. And also for those students who are applying for UPSC, philosophy will be one paper that will really help you furthermore. And not only that, it would in fact broaden up your horizon. When you'll start questioning the basic things that we take for granted in life, right? So when you start questioning those basic things, your horizon tends to broaden up. So yeah, so I think I've explained most of it. If you have any questions, I'll share my number with you, and we can take it further. Right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Gautam. We can go to now physical education, Dr. Benu Gupta. Benu, are you there?
Hey, Benu Gupta for physical education and sports sciences. Yes, I'm there. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Hello?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. This is Dr. Benu Gupta from Department of Physical Education and Sports Sciences. And first of all, congratulations for being a part of KMC family now, all of you, first years. So it's a wonderful time that you are getting introduced to all the GE papers, because this is something which you'll be studying as additional knowledge and skills beyond your honors course. And our department offers you the paper, which is a life skill paper, which is known as Yoga and Stress Management. This has two major segments. Number one will be the theoretical part, which will be covering up the Ashtanga Yoga and stress management, and how you can convert into your negative stress into the positive stress. A very scoring paper in terms of not only a GE score, but it helps you to manage your time and your intellect to convert your knowledge and skills into your marks. That is the one very interesting part of the stress management unit. You will be having one practical segment as well.
Ma'am, you're not audible.
Benu, are you there?
मैम आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही.
No, I think we've lost Benu. Are you there? Can somebody? Harish ji,
your
आप हैं क्या?
voice is not coming.
Ma'am, your voice note is coming, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So she must.
Sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
हरीश जी, आप संस्कृत से हरीश जी हैं. She will introduce the Sanskrit course. And
can you hear me?
Oh, you're back.
I think there was some problem in it. Yeah, I'm there only.
Okay. When you complete it, yeah, please.
So it has a practical aspect also, and of course you will be required to perform the basic asanas and pranayam, which is not only for achievement or doing asanas as a regular thing, but it is going to help you in your entire life skills, which will be throughout your life. May you enter into any profession, may you enter into any kind of job work, this is going to help you to maintain yourself, to achieve higher in your goal. So of course, I look forward all of you to attend this and join it. Thank you so much, Shomijit.
Thank you. Harish ji, can you join now?
Yes, sir. नमस्कार.
नमस्कार.
नमस्कार. आप सभी का संस्कृत विभाग से मैं हरीश, सभी विद्यार्थियों का हार्दिक अभिनंदन व स्वागत करती हूं. और फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर जीई में संस्कृत विभाग द्वारा जो जीई पेपर ऑफर किया जा रहा है उसका नाम है बेसिक प्रिंसिपल्स ऑफ इंडियन मेडिसिन सिस्टम आयुर्वेदा. हम सभी कोरोना महामारी में स्वास्थ्य संबंधित समस्याओं से अवगत हुए हैं और हमने यह भली भांति जाना और समझा है कि जब तक हमारा शरीर स्वस्थ है तभी तक हम अन्य गतिविधियों में संलग्न हो सकते हैं. शरीर ही वस्तुतः भौतिक, धार्मिक, सामाजिक व आध्यात्मिक गतिविधियों का माध्यम व साधन है. शरीर माध्यम खलु धर्म साधनम. हम परिवार, समाज, राष्ट्र, इन सभी के लिए तभी उपयोगी सिद्ध हो सकते हैं जब हम सर्वप्रथम स्वयं शारीरिक दृष्टि से स्वस्थ हों, और इसके लिए आयुर्वेद की महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका है. इस पेपर में हम न केवल चरक संहिता, सुश्रुत संहिता, अष्टांग आयुर्वेद के बेसिक और सिंपल कॉन्सेप्ट्स को जानेंगे, अपितु औषधीय पौधे, मेडिसिनल प्लांट्स के बारे में भी हम अपने शरीर को संक्रमण काल व महामारी काल में कैसे स्वस्थ रख सकते हैं, इसे भी जानेंगे. इसके अतिरिक्त उत्तम व पौष्टिक आहार अथवा भोजन की हमारे जीवन में क्या भूमिका है, इसे भी समझेंगे. और शरीर की इम्यूनिटी को हम कैसे सरल व साधारण तरीके से मजबूत व स्ट्रॉन्ग रख सकते हैं, इन सभी सिद्धांतों को हम इस पेपर के माध्यम से जानेंगे. और यह पेपर अत्यंत सरल है. यदि आपने संस्कृत अभी तक नहीं भी पढ़ी तो भी आप इसे ऑप्ट कर सकते हैं, और अगर आप इंग्लिश मीडियम में भी इस पेपर को ऑप्ट करना चाहते हैं तो भी हम इंग्लिश मीडियम से संबंधित जो भी सामग्री है हम आपको उपलब्ध करवा देंगे. और इस पेपर को आप